I always think about our relationship dynamics as like, she was the dad, I was the mom, and we had 3 kids together.
Oh my God.
I was a very parentified child, if you like to say it that way. And I have a very, very close relationship with my 3 sisters as a result of that, because I was really part of raising them and, looking after them. I used to get up in the morning and iron 3 school shirts and make 3 packed lunches and send them off to school. And sometimes, I wouldn't go to school myself. I'd be exhausted by that point. But, I was really raised by a family. Like my mum's family, her sisters, her mum were huge, huge parts of our life.
It checks out, honestly, because you're so driven and you are the kind of person I feel like you see something, you just do it. How do you think your childhood and that experience of taking care of your little sisters has impacted and shaped who you are today?
In so many ways, and good and bad, if I'm honest. I learned at a very young age to take a lot of responsibility for myself, but I was always on very high alert, right? Where I lived wasn't particularly safe. And so you had to few steps ahead constantly. But it also gave me this idea that I needed to get far away from where I was. I was very aware that my circumstances would be limited if I stayed where I was from. And so I had this idea that I would need to work really, really hard to get out of this place. But I knew I would, in a way. I just felt like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know how this is going to work, but I've got to get out of here.
I think a lot of people feel like that.
Oh, yeah.